A couple times in mid. Has looked considerably better than when we saw Kuro play the Jace, so should be fairly comfortable. Coming into this one, flash forward, Barn gets stunned into the wall, trying to trade some damage back. Kuhn comes through, no chance of dodging that one out, and he is just going to go down. Doesn't use the flash, just admits defeat. That's first blood going over to MVP. Nice start for 80. Double if play the Draven earlier today. Also didn't work out too well. Maha now getting jumped on. Ultimatum comes down. He goes low. Wild Growth coming through, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. Kill goes over to Mowgli, and Afreeca finally put one on the board.
They didn't even have to draw in the teleport from Marin either. Such a common play in this.
Definitely having the most success. And everybody, TP's coming through immediately from Marin. Will be matched by ADD. Kramer flashing away on the backside. Loses both of his summoner spells. Now everybody arriving. Beyond going to be the first one to fall. ADD gets a stun on the Marin underneath the turret, but there's going to be no follow-up. Has a flash away. The turret shot still coming through. Ultimatum down onto Maha. Seismic shove connects, and he goes down as Kuro arrives. Nice pickup coming through. Hook shot forward. They find E, and they take him out. A double kill going over to the Talia. Can he add more onto it? Throwing out those threaded volleys, trying to chip down ADD. There it is. Finds the triple. Max out of range. Will not go down for the quadra kill, but Afreeca Freecs win the fight and take out 2 turrets simultaneously.
How to win the early game in just one play. Only need to commit 4 members, but got absolutely everything. As Max looks to consider stopping the back. And get an assassination. Very nice. The equalizer from Marin was super on point.
And we'll see where they go from here. This could just be rough times. Max pushing forward, looking to clear some vision. Gets popped, throws down the Wild Growth on himself, but it's not going to be enough. Now Ash Arrow connecting onto Ian Weaver's wall, going to cut him off. Nowhere to go. Jumps back in to try to trade some damage. Flashes late. The volley still comes through from Kramer, and they take him out. Misplay by Ian. Headshot comes through.
Ultimatum.
The ultimatum thrown down to Ian. Big equalizer. That's going to be the Wild Growth. Not able to keep him up yet again. Kramer finds the kill. Max getting locked up. That's just going to be a double going over to the Ash. And Afreeca, they keep pushing forward. Hook shot in, looking for Maha. He gets slowed up as Marin just sticks to him like glue in the back. Flamespitter will finish him off. Beyond trying to trade one on the Tucson, cannot get it. 4 kills again.
Dead yet, down to 3,000.
Still going low. Beyond can't get in there in time. Likely could have come up with a steal, as it was a miss smite from Mowgli, but Marin's able to pick it up. Screw that. Bow out of this one. Afreeca just going to go ahead, force up in mid, take out this inhib turret. Likely going to be the inhib to follow. They jump forward. Tucson going in, throws on the ultimatum on top of Max. He's taking so much damage. Will get popped. Throws on the Wild Growth right at the last second, but it's not going to do a damn thing. He goes down fearlessly. Yes. Threatening that dive every single time. Maha almost goes down. TP coming through from Marin.
But here we go.
Ash Arrow coming out, locks down Max. Tucson gets Polymorph. Big equalizer thrown down yet again. Redemption will come through, keeping multiple members of MVP alive, but maybe just for another moment or so. Tucson keeps being the target of these polymorphs, but all of a sudden here comes Kuro, firing off with the threaded volleys, just taking out 2 members already. The bot lane goes down, followed up by ADD and Beyond. Ian desperately trying to retreat, but won't be able to do so. A quadra kill over to Kuro. Can't get the penta, but they'll get the win. 28.5 minutes. Afreeca Freecs absolutely destroy MVP.
They decimated the team in 4th place. Only head-to-head away from 3rd place was MVP. But Afreeca made them look ordinary, and that is something that is really big to talk about. This time it's with Mowgli. And finally,
all right.
Who's tried it before. See if he can find a more favorable performance in this game. That's an all-in mid lane if I ever saw one.
Have to be careful. Mowgli's running down as well as the TP coming through from Marin. They're locking up Maha. He's going to be the first one to go down by the look of it. One more shot would finish him off. He's going to fall, but actually it's going to be the Max that goes down first. Maha now getting locked up by the Nethergrasp. Will get jumped on. Should go down as the Riptide comes through. A double kill going over to Marin. ADD desperately trying to run out of here. Has the charge to take him out to speed. He gets rooted down. Do they go for this one? Yeah, Tucson says, hell yeah, flashes in. Gets the lockdown with another grass, but Beyond comes in, finds one. Malefic Vision's ticking away. Boidling's there. One more hit will do it. Kuro gets him with the bleed in the end. He goes down. 2 more kills.
Setups from MVP in both games have been a bit underwhelming.
Kuro comes over the wall, finds E in the. There's no exhaust, and yeah, he's just going to slowly bleed and burn out.
I don't quite know the damage range, but I knew he was dead, Achilles. The bleed does do more damage than Ignite. Around
5 stars down the trap, won't find Kuro, but he might still find the kill. Jumps forward, And the Chrono Shift comes out in time to keep ADD alive, at least for the moment. But Kramer, he's got another shot. And he takes him down 1-0 over to Afreeca.
Yeah, nice.
Won't connect. Dredge line in on the back. Exhaust immediately comes down onto the Nautilus. Depth charge pops up Maha from behind. And they're just going to get annihilated. The W from Mowgli coming up with a double kill. They can just keep pinching it if they want to. So far, things just not looking too hot for MVP after these last couple skirmishes. Just going to try to get a kill on a Mowgli. Drags him back in. Collateral damage does come up with it. So actually nicely done by ADD. Very well executed with this Kled.
Pulling off for now. They want to regroup.
Won by the red buff if they want to commit to that.
Deep.
Yeah, Dragon just going to be started up beyond. Going to try to finish this one off. Does come up with a smite. Mowgli getting locked down, and he's going to get popped. One kill going over. ADD jumping in onto Kramer. Ace in the hole comes through. A double kill over to Maha. Nicely held off by ADD. Throwaway in, has that shield coming in, jumps in over the wall. Baron going low. Can they finish this off? Beyond needs to come up with the smite. Kuro takes out Maha. MVP just falling in the backside of the pit. Beyond is able to take this away. He now is just getting locked up, flashes in, is able to get a final kill on the exit. Marin's on the chase. Can he lock down the Graves? Now the quick draw comes through in time. He's got the CDR to get himself out to safety. The lone from Afreeca Freecs as Talon is coming in on the flank. Max getting dragged in. ADD losing the Scarl. Has to try to kite back, but he gets popped as Kramer comes up with the kill.
That's one.
Going in, finds one, looking for more. Beyond, trying to take him out desperately with this Graves, but just might not be able to find the damage. Does off the backside of that bomb, but he's going to get burned out from the bleed and the help of Kramer with that Deathfire touch. 4 members go down again for MVP, and they
casting Chinese games back in Season 2, so know about that passion. Speaking of passion.
Max getting locked down, does get the Chrono Shift out onto himself, but now everybody else is exposed. Kuro pushing forward, looking for Maha. Kill comes out, he'll stay alive for now. Ignite is taking now the curtain call, gets opened up. Mowgli jumping in all on his lonesome, but still more than healthy. Jumping forward is the rest of Afreeca joining him in this crusade. They'll find 3 kills already, looking for more. Maha gets rooted down by the Bola. The silence will kill him in the end, and Kramer gets that movement speed increase, will be able to push forward, takes out Beyond. That's going to be the inhibitor line broken here. 32 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock for multiple members of MVP. Afreeca, can they finish it right here, right now?
Only 3 ranged minions. It gets a bit tricky. We'll see if they try to trade tank it and try and bulldoze it down with 32 minutes in. Still not assured, but looking likely for Afreeca.
Quite a bit of damage here from Kramer on these 4th shots. Go ahead and pop the turrets. Juicin, will go ahead and give his life over, get executed for the take, but they can't finish off this last Nexus turret by the look of it. Kramer will stick around for this. Could be risky. Max now spawning. TP's coming in from the back from ADD. They're going to try to punish this as best as they possibly can. As the home guard zipping his way down, trying to cut off this Jhin.
Someone has to die here.
Yeah, charge is not available. It's got to dash forward with the Joust. Trap won't connect, but the Bear Trap will. Drags him back in. Bomb comes down, and they will find 1 kill, but that's it.
Now, can they turn it into a Baron? 52-second death timer on Kramer. All of MVP alive. Baron buff is not a massive victory when you have an exposed Nexus, but it's all that MVP can force around. And Kuro's like, well, if you do that, I'm going to do my best high impression and start some backdoors.
Yeah, could just go ahead jump over the wall. MVP do start this up. Beyond still not in the vicinity.
The moment he shows in the base, they start to get worried. This is the scary part for MVP.
And the Baron's going low.
Marin needs to stop the backs.
He's going to disrupt them as best as he can. Kuro's going in, has the super creeps coming through. Ian
no back
getting locked down. Mowgli takes out Maha. Ian falls. The big damage dealers of MVP have been eliminated. Kuro parkouring over the Nexus. Goes in with the ultimate redemption coming down to keep them alive. And he will get popped. He will not be able to backdoor. But still, so much damage has been dealt to MVP's base. It's just ADD and Max. And there's going to be 4 members pushing in. 1 rotation of bullets from Kramer will kill that
Will
Nexus.
they try the suicide push or to take more inhibitors? Right now, it seems like it's more that suicide push, Achilles.
Kramer's still a ways away. If they can get a pick, they can go for it. Marin going in with the depth charge, drags himself through. 2 Sins here to back him up. There's just no way for them to kill this Nautilus. That will be game 2. Going over to Afreeca, 35 minutes on the clock. They close it out with a 2-0, and they continue their climb upward.
Really nice stuff, and Kuro showed that he can play.